Hi, Dean Jenkins with FollowMeTrades.com, and this is the weekly market update for the week coming up of December 6, 2015. What a crazy week it's been. Last week in my update I said I was pointing to, the last over a week of trading that was in a very narrow range, and I said that was a sign of instability and that when the market broke out of that it would be dramatic. Well, it's certainly done that. It's broken out and it's been dramatic. Thursday we had a decline of over 250 points on the Dow, and then Friday a rise of over 300 points. But here's what's really interesting. Here's this trend line that I've been talking about for a couple of months now, and here's this trend line, and I'll draw it in here, right here. And you can see that the market has just refused to close above this definitively for a long time now, even back to the beginning of November. I think this is a critical area. Over the next week or two, I think the direction of the market is going to be determined. If it does close above this definitively, not just a few points, but 100 points or something, then I think we're going to go on and make new highs. I think that's the low probability scenario, and what's likely to happen is that it's going to continue to respect this line, and I think it will break down. Now, if it goes below this point right here, this is a bearish pyramid trading point from the Applied Reality trading software that I use. If it goes below this, and it won't do it, in one session, but if it does something like this and goes below this line here, that's going to be conclusive proof that we are heading down, 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 down. Yeah, that's the classic Dow pattern. The Dow, a downtrend is defined by a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, something like that. So that's the high probability scenario. That's what I'm watching for. So it certainly could go break this trend line that I've been talking about and head up. If it does make new highs, if it takes out the high that was put in back on May 19th, we could go put in a few minor highs, but I don't think it'll be much. I think the probability is, there is a correction coming to the market. The question is when. And it could, the next week or two could really determine the direction of the market. There's all kinds of headlines. Friday, the jobs report came out, and it was pretty good news. Lots of new jobs being added, and that adds fuel to the speculation. It seems certain now that the Fed is going to raise interest rates in December, and that seems to be baked into the market. But when it actually happens, what the market does, we'll just have to wait and see. And the reality of the charts is going to tell us what's going on here. So these are the levels to watch. This is at about 17,700, something like that, and 17,800 actually. And this is down here at 17,200 is about that level. So I'll continue to update this, but again, if the market breaks down below this level, we're heading down. That is a high probability prediction. So we got to wait and see. But that's what I think is coming. So let's take a look at a couple other markets here like I always do. Let's look at gold and then oil. So here's gold, and gold's doing something really interesting. Last week I talked about gold putting in new lows, and it sure did. But over the last couple days, gold has moved up sharply. And the definition of a change in trend is when we put in a new high like this, and we pull back, and then we go make a new high, we take out this level here. That's the definition of a trend change. And so we'll watch and see if that happens over the next couple weeks. Gold is considered a safe haven. When investors think the stock market is going down or when it is going down, they typically move some money to gold, and gold could rebound up quite a bit. So it hasn't proven it yet. We got one data point. We need two more data points to show that the trend has really changed in a dramatic way. But if it does, there's going to be some great profits to be made in gold, and I will update that as that happens. So keep watching. So this is oil, and oil is interesting as well. Look at how this is called a support level. This is a level that oil does not seem to want to go below right here. So for now, this support level is holding, and we just had our precision trend filter change from red, which predicts more lows, to yellow, which is neutral. So we'll watch this to see if it does something like gold did. And again, we want to see it pull up, put in a high here. We want to see it pull back and then go like that. And if that kind of pattern happens, that could be a sign then that oil is rebounding as well, and there will be great profits to be made. It's got quite a ways to retrace, even in a retracement, a corrective wave to the downtrend. So I'll update that as well. We don't even have the first data point here, but it sure seems to be finding support down here at this level, and so I'll continue to update that. I wanted to just highlight a couple of the trades that I've got my subscribers in right now, and it's really to illustrate the power of these tools that I'm using for analysis, and I'm sharing with you. I'm sharing them for the broad indexes and for gold and oil. But look at this trade. This is LUV, Southwest Airlines. And again, using the same tools that I've been talking to you about over the last several months. This idea of using the applied reality trading software, Dow theory, Elliott wave. We got into Southwest Airlines here we got in at 40.57, and it's currently up at 49.41. That's a really nice trade. We got our stop set right here at 45.39. So even if it turns around and stops us out, we've got really nice profit, and it's showing every sign that it's going to head up to our initial target here of 52.92 and maybe even higher. So this is, the analysis technique I'm using, the tools I'm using, they predict what a particular, either an index or a particular stock is going to do a really high percentage of the time. This stuff really does work. So we're in a great trade here on Southwest Airlines. I just wanted to show that to you, and I'll show you one more as well that we just got into. So this is United Technologies, and we went short on this stock right here at this blue line, and you can see it's gone down pretty dramatically. The Dow went up 300 points today. It pulled up a little bit, but this thing is showing every indication that it's going way down, and I think we're going to do really good on this one. And you don't have to be able to short stocks directly. For my subscribers, I provide specifications on put option contracts. We can trade this with a small amount of capital and with some really limited risk. So I just wanted to highlight a couple of those things. I think the Dow, the next couple of weeks are going to really tell us what the direction of the market is. I think the probability is it's going down. Gold may be heading up. We got a couple more data points to put in, and oil may have found a bottom, but we need more proof of that. And then, a great trade we've had going on Southwest Airlines, and one we just got in here for United Technologies. Just wanted to highlight that for you. I do have a special running, and there's a link here on the screen. So if you would like to subscribe to my services, get the details on these picks and more that are coming, I've got a year-end special running. It's quite a discount, so I invite you to check that out. But either way, stay tuned, and I'll keep you apprised of what's going on in the market, what I see going on, and it's not boring at all. Thanks, and we'll catch you next week.